Hi friends, it's Karla. Welcome to Faith at Home. As you can see, I'm right outside the back door at church here, and I am getting ready for this week's story. I'm going to tell it to you now and show you a few things, but I also want to invite you. We're going to be doing it right out here in this back west parking lot. We'll be meeting on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock for most of the summer, so we can have games and stories and projects together in person if you're not doing Faith at Home. So any Sunday you want to come except the 4th of July weekend, we will be here at 10 o'clock. This week's story, I want to show you a few props, what I'm getting ready. Over here I've got a sign that says Nineveh, and it's pointing away from us. And behind me, I've got this big old box that you could climb right in. That's gonna be the boat. And over here, I have an enormous fish. I'm just missing one main character. I wish my nephew was here. His name is Jonah. That's the story we're doing. Jonah and the big fish. Jonah was a prophet, which means God gave him messages that he was supposed to pass on to others. And God asked Jonah to go to Nineveh and tell the people there that they were making really bad choices, and God was getting upset. And they should change their ways and ask forgiveness and do better. But Jonah didn't want to go there. So Jonah the prophet said no to God. He just said no. And then he went the other way. He didn't go to Nineveh. He went the complete opposite way. And he got in a boat and he tried to sail away from God and run away from God. And that didn't work. God decided if Jonah wasn't going to listen to his words, he would get his attention another way. So that boat got stuck in a really big storm, and the other people on board were very scared. Jonah happened to be sleeping, but they woke him up and told him about the terrible storm, and he said, "Oh no, that's the sign to me. God's talking to me. You better throw me overboard." And those people, they didn't do it right away. They were nice about it. They said, "We can't throw you overboard. That's terrible." But he said, "No, God is trying to get my attention. This is my fault. You need to throw me overboard, and then you will be safe and the storm will go away." So they did it. They just threw him out in the sea. Normally, someone would probably drown out in the middle of the sea like that. But God didn't want Jonah to drown. He just wanted to get him to make a different choice. The choice that was planned for him to do his job as God had planned. So God sent that big old fish who swallowed Jonah, which sounds terrible, but it actually rescued him. And Jonah had to sit in that fish unharmed, but perhaps in a dark and stinky place, and think about what he wanted to do. And he talked to God, and he prayed, and he thought, and he realized that it was best to do what God asked him to do. So the fish spit Jonah back out, and Jonah went to Nineveh and delivered God's message, and it worked. The people there listened to him, and they did change their ways, and they did make better choices. So because Jonah listened to God, he saved the whole town of Nineveh. That was the plan. It took a while, but he got there. So we have to think about our choices too. We make all kinds of choices. And sometimes we make the wrong ones that make us feel terrible or make others feel terrible. But just like Jonah, God doesn't want us to be punished or to drown in our terrible choices. He rescues us. Anytime we want to ask forgiveness, ask God for forgiveness, to right our wrongs or to do better or to say we're sorry, we can always receive that forgiveness. God will always love us no matter what. We just have to ask. It's a great plan. I hope you have a great week. You can enjoy more activities with this online lesson, or you can come join us any Sunday, 10 o'clock. Bye.